What?
I'll be real. Every time I watch that scene, I get goosebumps. Whenever I hear like a motorbike coming towards me, I still get weirded out because of filming this scene. I remember glass was shattering and all of that stuff, like, it just felt so real. Yo, it's Micheal Ward, and this is my GQ action replay of Top Boy Season 1. When it goes into this episode, you kind of see the human in this character, and you start to see what I love about playing Jamie so much, which is all of this three-dimensional stuff. This scene here was never scripted. So Ray, the director, while we was waiting for them to sort out some lighting, he was just like, yeah, let's get the camera up and go in the room and let's just film it. For me, what disconnected was the relationship that Jamie had with his mum. And obviously, if you watch the season, you'd see that he's lost his parents. That's why he's had to kind of step up to be the father and brother of his two little brothers, you know? And at the top of this episode, he's obviously looking at the pictures and stuff like that, so it really builds that connection. It kind of sets his tone for the rest of this episode and slightly for the series, because you see what's driving him to do the stuff that he does, and all decisions he makes is kind of because of these moments. This is definitely one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite episodes.
I have someone. They have high grade, they have everything we need, and they're gonna sell it to us for way lower than what the Turks were selling for anyway. You need to think about it still. Nah, you don't. I'm gonna check to Modi. Gee, there ain't nothing to think about except making peas, which we ain't done in a long time.
I'll be real, in terms of all the slang and the language and everything, that's me, that's us, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, and that's what was so special about the casting. Nothing ever felt forced. And to be honest, a lot of the time the script isn't like that. Like, what we're saying is not always scripted. We're adding in our own words because we're familiar with the voice of these characters. Now that I've played like a few different roles since playing Jamie, it's like once you really find the voice of a character, you're able to go anywhere with it. In this scene especially, everyone's free. No one's kind of like held back. This is the first time you kind of see Jamie transitioning into that boss role. Like I said before, he's young, and he doesn't want to be the person to say, yeah, I'm the boss. It's just making that assertive and sure. So even playing with this scene a few times, it was making sure that everyone else kind of saw it without me having to say anything. Even playing Jamie, this gave me a lot of confidence in life as well, because it just made me so sure about who I am, because Jamie's so sure about who he is.
Sorry I'm late. Meeting ran long. Putting together a consortium of investors to redevelop one of the local estates, like a total regeneration. Where do we get to?
So basically, we're gonna need a supply, and it's gonna have to be regular. Because if I don't deliver to my people, they're gonna go somewhere else.
Totally understood. Basic business principles.
Does 15 kilos a month sound like a regular supply to you?
15 kilos. Whew. That's a lot of blow. Gonna put a big smile on a lot of faces.
Well, I'm assuming you can handle it. Because Jeffrey and me were thinking that if this works out, we can bring you a lot more.
We can handle it.
Obviously, the relationship with his bros and stuff like that on the road, like Kit, is very important to play with, especially in situations like this. Obviously, Jamie's coming into a world where he's not familiar with, like with these white people and with people with a lot of money. Also, even being in a house like this is a dream to a lot of people from the road. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like showing all of those things, but still remaining confident for me was very important when filming scenes. Trying to merge those worlds and show that we're not too far away from it and everything's attainable.
Who you?
Jamie, innit?
Jamie, I don't know no Jamie. Where's Jamie from? I don't know Jamie. Hey, what? Fam, you think I'll violate you because of the camera's rude, boy?
Blakey's tapped. And it's just mad because all of this is kind of just here in episode 2, you know? You're just seeing Jamie basically becoming a chameleon. He's never had to really handle a situation like this, talking to like someone else that's really, you know, loose-screwed. Filming in London is obviously fun because you're filming in locations that I know. I remember we was filming in a chip shop. I'm trying to do the scene and I can hear, oh my, is that Micheal? And I'm just like, oh, like automatically for me, that kind of takes me out of scene, you know, if I hear my name, because I'm supposed to be Jamie. Season 1, I obviously didn't have that. I could kind of be whoever I wanted to be. And when people used to come to and ask us like what we're filming, we tell them that we're filming like a Colgate commercial or something like that.
Let's have a look. Attendance.
I make sure he doesn't miss school.
Attendance is 100%. Homework is a 2.
One's the best.
Organisation is 2. Concentration is 3. Behaviour 3.
So he's doing good.
There's room for improvement.
All right, he's gonna improve. Trust me. For me, this parents' evening scene was very funny because it just reminds me of when I used to be at parents' evening. My mum used to come and you're just sweating and you're thinking, oh, it's just gonna be long. So I kind of wanted to inflict that feeling onto Araloyne when we were filming the scene, that kind of pressure him to know that, yo, when we leave here, it's not gonna be okay. He's just so cheeky, and it just gave me so much to play with. Jamie's had to step up and be in this position. He didn't want to do this. It's something that now he has to do, especially when he's just, you know, come away from like making basically a drug deal. It's always good to have loads of different sides to tap into, but still make this person feel as one.
And this lady, like an older lady, walked past, but then she came over. She was like to Mum, how's that baby? Mum said he was born this morning. The lady started busting out, she couldn't believe it. She said back in her day, you'd have to spend, what, 2 weeks in hospital before you could come out? Mum was so strong. Yeah, now I'm deep in it. She weren't ever ill. Never even had a cold. Dad, too, he was strong. He was a real man. When he spoke, everyone listened. Yeah, man. That's why we come here, innit? On their birthdays.
Happy birthday, Mum.
Happy birthday, Mum.
Being able to have the 2 different kind of brothers was so fun, because obviously Jamie has to move one way with one and another way with the other. One gets tough love and the other one gets, like, you know, the warm, that kind of loving side of Jamie because he's younger. I mean, this stuff for me was just beautiful, especially me and Araloyne, you know, like, we haven't really got both of our parents present, so there was a lot of connection there. And like I said, being able to be there for him and him be there for me, like, it was just a special moment. I thought this was gonna be like a mad emotional scene, like we're all gonna start crying or whatever. And then when the writer came, this was a real kind of experience of his. So he said that when he came, he kind of told the story in like a, you know, a light, happy way, which then actually does make it a lot more emotional. The biggest challenge about portraying Jamie is to be as authentic as possible, but still stick to a script that's given. A lot of the time, you're kind of battling with what you believe is real as a person that knows this world, but then finding all the reasons as to why Jamie would do certain things. Everyone has different motives as to why they would do stuff, and that's what was so beautiful about what Ronan's written, you know. There's always a reason as to why these characters would do what they would do. Like I said, once you find it, it always works out.
Who's that? What?
I'll be real, every time I watch that scene I get goosebumps. Ever I hear like a motorbike coming towards me, not that I'm traumatized, because it's not that, you know, but like I still get weirded out because of filming this scene. I remember it just felt so real. I know what it feels like now for something to stay with you after you've wrapped, you know what I mean? Every time that reveal of Tilly, I literally just feel so bad, and it really makes me think about like the people that are really living this life and the people that kind of get caught in the crossfire even though it's not meant to. He literally just moved to the girl earlier in the day, asked her on a date, and they've gone out, and now she's like, she could potentially be dead. A lot of girls can get themselves into this situation. A lot of men draw people into these situations that don't need to be in them, but it's also not intentional. And that's my action replay of Top Boy Season 1. this season is a lot of rebuilding bridges. Right now we're 6 months on, he gets offered something by Deshane. Here we're gonna find out if he's gonna kind of take the offer or not. Well, I'd say what you can expect from Jamie, obviously getting into this situation, he's kind of, you know, messed up with his little brothers, messed up on the roads. It's a lot of kind of piecing those things together. One of the processes I saw was from Giancarlo, who I worked with on a movie. I'd seen him come to set one day and he kind of like took in his domain. So he looked at the house and he kind of scoped it out, and I looked at him and I was just watching him the whole time he done that, and I was like, you know what, yeah, when I go to set, I'm gonna try that. I've come to set, I've gone inside the court, I'm looking at everything, checking my domain. I've gone to speak to the director and he was like, oh yeah, by the way, I don't want you going in the court because I want, as soon as you come out on camera, that's the first time you go into the court. And I was just like, I've already been in there. Obviously, I didn't go back in there until we got on camera again, but probably should have asked the director first. This was actually one of the first scenes that I filmed as well. It was kind of weird to be on this side and see even coming in, and you get what I'm trying to say? It was just like a weird experience, and it just made me think of all the people that go through this, and it's just like, it's never worth this stress. You realize how much of your future is in someone else's hands when you're in this position. A lot of the youths that are on road and stuff like that just realize that being in this position there, it is never gonna be worth it. Nothing is ever kind of worth your freedom.
Please come on! Yes, my G, we stand. The man them say, what did he? Rush out the can. Back with the bag. Come on. Hurry up, man, hurry up. Yo, hit that. Yes, bro. We say Caliban.
Listen, man, king back.
It was mad to be filming this with everyone again still. I haven't seen a lot of people in a long time. Like, being an actor in general anyway, it's kind of like you're very intimate with these people, and then kind of going away and then coming back, it's like there's a lot of catching up. And this scene especially, this was actually on my birthday, so I was on set filming the scene when I come home. If there was any scene I wanted to be filming on my birthday this season, because it's a long, dark season for Jamie, it would be this. You know, it was a lot of fun. It was nice to be around people that I know and I love. Didn't feel like work at all, you know what I mean? And I still had an amazing birthday. So yeah, man, it was good. And that's all I'm gonna talk about regarding season 2, because boy, it's mad.